Hi! Welcome to Far Cry 4. I'm a little bit hungover, it's New Year's Day, so apologies if this is a bit sloppy. This is the second balance of power mission. Burn it down, we're going to do Sabal's path. The other one is reclamation for Amita. Don't forget to check the description for a link to a playlist of all of the missions. Anyway, I'll let them chat.
He also said the opium at the old tea factory was ready to ship. We need to wipe that poison out.
Wipe it out? Are you joking? We need to secure that shipment and those fields.
I'm in. It's good to have you with us, brother.
So you get a general idea. One of them wants to save the opium fields, the other one wants to burn it down. Sabal feels that keeping them is an affront to the heritage of Kyrat, and Amita's more pragmatic and says that it's going to be the only source of income because they're not going to live on anything else. Anyway, on the way there I drove off the cliff, which was pretty amazing. Failed to shoot a quad driver off his bike. I don't think it was a karma mission. No, it wasn't. It's not orange. Purple. Orange. Found a chest behind some wood. That was exciting. Met the Sherpa. Oh, hello. I took a zip line across a river. Yay! Always fun. Found another chest behind some wooden logs. Decided to take out some dolls with throwing knives. I have no idea why. They practically killed me. Don't know what was going through my head. Got to a machine gun nest where there was another chest. That was exciting. And then headed up here where the mission picked up. Now, this goes on quite a long time.
I reached the spot.
See those fields? That's opium. Burn all of it, the crops, the harvested shipment. I want Pagan to smell his fortune going up in smoke all the way from his palace.
Alright, that seems a little mad. Slash aggressive. Anyway, there's a few guys lurking around here. I actually prefer Amita's version of this mission. I just watched it back because I had to drop it in at the end as a link. And I think protecting is a bit more of a challenge because in this one all you really got to do is kill everyone. So I got quite sloppy. I don't know why, for the life of me, I didn't heal here. I thought I'd get a bit closer and kill these guys and then heal, but I've got like 6 doodads. Healing boxes, things. Healing boxes. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Healing syringes. But anyway, I died. So I took another run at it and decided to go sniping instead. A little bit more safely. So I thought I'd use a hunting syringe to find out where most of these guys were. I should have really tried to pick that sniper off. In fact, maybe I do. No. That's on, well, you'll see. Anyway, 2 guys down here, and the other guy on the left just about to sit down again. Because I'm a bit closer, I get a better headshot. It scares these guys, they see it rather than hear it, because they can't tell where I am. Then I take him out, and this guy's like, oh my god, where are you? I'm here, buddy. But your head isn't. Well, shoulder. Anyway. Now the sniper's on patrol, I think. No, he still hasn't woken up. There's a few guys over there. One of them gets on a mortar any second. You'll see them got hit by a mortar there, and there's the red dot of Sniper Man. Anyway, I got behind this rock to take some cover and took another healing syringe. Being pretty lackadaisical with the healing syringes, if I'm honest, but it's just I'm alive. That's something, right? I have the Predator, not the Predator, the M700 with scope and suppressor, but not extended magazine. I don't think. I forget. Certainly the magazine seems ridiculously small. I keep meaning to go back and change it, but then forget. Dude is back on the mortar, so I figure I'd better pick him off before I get shot in the head. I don't know how I didn't lose any health from that last one. I guess it fell just the wrong side of that rock for them. There's a guy here standing in the middle of the field, and you can actually shoot these explosive things. You don't need a flamethrower. I grabbed one at the beginning, you may have noticed, after the mission briefing. But there's something explosive by every field. So there's some barrels, there's a big can of, or tank of propane, there's a truck, and I forget what the other one is. But I'm just trying to pick these guys off before I get in too close. That's the general idea. There's a dog there that fails to really take any significant damage from this sniper rifle, which is hopeless. It's also really rubbish against anyone in body armor. You're not going to get a one-shot on body armor guys. It just doesn't penetrate enough. It'll shoot through tarpaulin, although the game's determination of what qualifies as tarpaulin is kind of iffy. Basically, you can shoot through tents and through the backs of trucks most of the time. And then I thought I'd just get out the M79 grenade launcher, sidearm, just to pick these dogs off. Get them out of the way. And then I wanted to head over this way, because this is where the first field is, and that dog there, couldn't shoot him through the roof. And then got a bit of ammo, I spent that up because that's not very interesting. And then I've got this Uplay pistol, which has burst fire as my second sidearm at the moment, because I don't really have access to a good machine gun or submachine gun. So that's the next best thing for burst fire, and I kind of wanted to take a sniper. I've obviously switched the bow out for the flamethrower, as you may have seen there. So yeah, 2 sidearms, sniper rifle, flamethrower, and yeah, there's some barrels on that one as well. There we are. Now these generators you've got to blow up, because presumably the guards, if they were still alive, would come back and switch them on to put the fires out. You'll see that in a minute. Pro tip coming up, don't set a fire, then immediately run into it. I know that's not here. It's in a second. Still, it's good a time to as good a time as any to point it out. There's a dude up here, I think in the machine gun nest. I know 2 guys coming up over the hill, maybe 3. Shoulder shot on him. He didn't have body armor, so he went down in 1. There's a guy there that I didn't realise I got, although I just saw the experience flash up, so obviously I did. And then mashed the button and accidentally picked up C4 there. And then 2 more guys running up here, but the burst fire gun makes pretty short work of them. Well, I say pretty short. This guy's got body armor, so he takes a bit of a beating. And then I went back to check on that guy down below, but hadn't realised I hadn't. I hadn't realised I had killed him. Thought I still had him, but he was dead. Then I did a bit of looting and managed to bite my tongue and think, well, I'm not going to do any more looting during this mission because it's just boring to watch. Despite the fact seeing flashing corpses is just like, oh, I must loot. I put a grenade on that generator, but for some reason it didn't blow up. You can see there it still says destroy the generator. Or turn, to turn it off permanently. Sorry, let's make this full screen, shall we, so I can actually read instead of a little postage stamp window. There we are, destroy the generator to turn it off permanently. I thought flames might work, not so much. So I put a grenade on and then just ran away. But here, yeah, I kind of flamethrower there and then just run straight into it. It's like, what? Yeah, no, that's not so smart, really. Healing syringe to make up for the flame damage. And you can see there's a big old truck. Oof, doesn't quite blow it up. But if you didn't bring the flamethrower and you were out of Molotovs for whatever reason, you can always just do these. Chuck enough grenades at them and they'll go off. Then over to the third field, and I think we meet one guy on the way, I'm not sure. Oh no, we don't. So there's this big old thing here. I really didn't think I was that close, but it killed me. And the worst part about this is when you die, everyone comes back. So I decided to take out the sniper first, since he's a pain in the bumhole. And then I'm just going to speed this up and eventually start cutting the bits between, because ultimately you've kind of seen me clear these guys out. There's a few misses in there, but it didn't go too badly. I considered taking the misses out, but that would have misrepresented me, because if you've seen any of my videos, you know I'm not that good. Now I blew those barrels up there, because I thought they might clip him, but actually they end up setting fire to the third opium factory, which is when I realised that... well, I don't realise it immediately, sorry. I realise it when it flashes up there, feels burn 3. Grenade launcher just to finish up the stragglers. And there's some guys coming in here on a truck. You'll see, not there, but to the right. The arrow's a bit misleading. They're kind of faffing around behind that building. Guy on a gun shooting me, which is kind of a pain in the bum. But the rocket launcher eventually, the grenade launcher, once I get my kind of distance on, gets 2 of them, and then I think a third that time? No, 1 more. Take a bit more time to aim properly. There we are. And then there's another one coming down here, gets the driver, thing spins out of control, and 1 more to get the other 2 inhabitants. And then there's a dog over here who doesn't die from a headshot with the sniper rifle, which is just ridiculous. And so the burst fire, which actually from the hip is generally better against stuff charging you because there's less chance of missing. I'm kind of rubbish with iron sights. Anyway, here is the third generator. I didn't actually need to blow up the 4th one in the end, but that one goes down quite happily. And then here I make sure I back off quite considerably, and you'll see the explosion is pretty significant. And it's interesting, you get a bit of motion blur when you burn the poppy fields from, I guess, inhaling the opium, although it kind of needs to be processed for that to work, but it's a nice touch. There's a chap over here that I pick off. 2. eventually. And then a guy down there. Panic fire, miss him, but then I think I get him when he's climbing up here. No, he doesn't climb. No, he's about to toss a grenade. Sorry, buddy. Anyway, now just 9 opium stacks to destroy, and I got a bit confused here, apart from this guy, apparently. There we are. And I got a bit confused after getting lots of ammo back. Because I take this one down, and you can see that right next to it there's a little canister, right? If I'd shot that, I would have been in good shape. It takes a little while for them to burn. But it goes up to 3 all of a sudden. So I'm like, maybe I've only got to destroy 3, because I haven't really worked it out, but I think it must have got one the other side of the wall or something. And then I go for this one, and this canister, see, comes towards me and kills me, and I'm like, oh my lord, that didn't just happen. So this time I just go in large with a grenade launcher. And then once they're all alerted, kind of snipe them down a little bit. I am just giving you the potted highlights here. My shots weren't this good. There was a lot of missing. Eventually I think, well, I should probably buy rhino skin to protect me from fire and explosions. That seems like a good thing to do. So I crack on with that, and you can see I just got kind of bored of sniping them. And I'm not going to show you this whole thing. Literally just the highlights. Then got back in here and found, well, not back in, I came out again and found this opium stash here. And they're actually marked up on the map now. There's only 3 remaining. And I'm not quite sure why the grenade launcher isn't setting off that other thing, but I chuck a Molotov in and it does the job eventually. And then kick my way through here to get to the other 2. And that was the one I thought I got, but clearly not. Even though the count didn't really go up. And then one more in here. And there we go, that's all 9. And then it goes, what was that? Glowing drug sticks? Hang on, sorry, I just rewound. It said glowing drug stacks need to be burned in order to be destroyed. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, now there's a bit where it just goes Sabal leads the golden path for an inordinately long time. Before we get the voice radio back from him.
The fields are torched.
I wish I was there to see it burn. Your father wasn't just fighting for the people, brother. He was trying to protect the land, too. Our souls are tied into the soil and rock. That's what Amita doesn't understand.
So that, my friends, is that. Yeah, burn it down. Was it burn it down? Burn it down. Sabal's second balance of power mission. On the left is Amita's one, Reclamation, which I actually think is a lot more fun, even though it might not be the right thing to do. And on the right is just a stitch of the cutscenes from earlier that we're going to pretend is Sabal's third mission. Okay, it'll be a secret between us again. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.